Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm at Sabia, Indian. Again, I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play no sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me. K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh sophomores,
High school, champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good afternoon, everyone, as we welcome you to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collegeville High School. Game number 2 of our Lady Kahok doubleheader today, as the JV game just ended a little while ago, and it was a back-and-forth affair. Collegeville led for most of the way, but the Lancers came back at the last moments there of that half of the fourth quarter, and Belleville East beat your Collegeville Lady Kahoks on the JV side 41-33. Lady Kahoks now 4-4. We're getting you ready for this varsity matchup between Collegeville and Belleville East now, as we bring you in to the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show. Cullip Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collegeville area, has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. You can stop in for weekly specials. Give them a call about those specials at 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com. K-Hawks come into this contest with an overall record of 2-5. They are looking for their first win in Southwestern Conference action. They are 0-5, while Belleville East comes in at 2-2. They are 1-2 in conference play. Their only conference win right now was the day before Valentine's Day when they defeated Alton by a score of 62-54. Collinsville, coached by Colin Moore. He is in his first year and finally has his first couple of wins under his belt. Belleville East, they are coached by Amanda Kamezis, and she's in her 5th year, and she has a record of 89 and 65. We'll take a deeper dive into this matchup between Collinsville and Belleville East after our first time out here on the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Cullip Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com.
The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family-size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Cullip Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com.
And back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, back at the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show. Todd Duke along with you, and another cast full of characters we got. And we'll introduce them in just a moment. Collinsville coming off a 50-19 win last night at Metro East Lutheran. Defense held the Lady Knights to single digits in every quarter. 5 in the first, 5 in the second, 5 in the fourth. In between that, 4 in the third period. And then Collinsville, they were in the teens in every period. So that was nice to see. Offensively for Collinsville, they're averaging 41.9 points per game while giving up 50.3. That offensive side is last in the Southwestern Conference. East St. Louis is at 43.0 points per game, and every other team in the Southwestern Conference is at 50 games per game or higher, including O'Fallon at number 1, 68.7 points per game. The O'Fallon Lady Panthers are scoring. On the other side, Belleville East averaging 54.7 points per game. That's good for fourth in the conference. Defensively, they're allowing 57 points per game, so Collins will maybe take advantage of that. That's fifth in the league. East St. Louis is last, as the Lady Flyers are allowing 59.7 points per game. Told you O'Fallon was first in points per game scored. Well, they're also first in points per game allowed, only allowing 35.7 points per game. We bring in the former Lady Kahok head basketball coach, Lori Billy, to talk about this one as we go along. And, Coach, those numbers, what does that mean to you when you see the offensive and the defensive sides of these things?
You know, you do look at that stuff, especially before a game. We always pull that stuff up and look at it. And obviously you want to take advantage of the fact that they're allowing teams to score a little bit more than they are scoring themselves. So the point would be defensively you've got to get them into a situation where they're not able to score. Was it 54 you said?
54, yeah.
54 points a game. Try to hold them to, right around 40 if you can, and take advantage of them on the defensive side. It's the East St. Louis stats kind of struck me. It's not surprising because East St. Louis has always been willing to let you score. They're just counting on the fact that they're going to outscore you on the other end.
Yeah.
So they can outrun you a little bit. But Belleville East is kind of in that same boat because they're quick. They're going to be able to get up and down the floor and finish. So
Kahawks in that win last night over Metro East Lutheran, although they won 50-19, they went 3 for 20 from beyond the three-point arc. Do you get frustrated with that, and at some point you say, just stop shooting threes for a while?
Yeah, I did that a lot. It gets frustrating. And, you don't want to stifle the kids and take that away from them, but you got to be able to hit from out there. So if they're not, let's pull it back for a little bit. Go inside.
That's the voice of Lori Billy. I'm Todd Duke. Ricky Merlack will be on the camera here with us for this game as she sits out the varsity contest. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll have the starting five for each side for you, and we'll do that in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion, from anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings. Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion, from anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings. Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
And once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. I'm Todd Duke, Coach Lori Billy alongside Ricky Merlack on the camera as we get you set for this varsity matchup between Collinsville and Belleville East. Starters for Belleville East, and again, I have no heights, just what grade they are in, what numbers are on their backs, and of course, the most important part, their names. On the floor, Layla Jackson for Belleville East. Also, Grace Riley, a senior. Tyler Butler, a senior. Ava Hamilton, the other sophomore besides Jackson on the floor. And the only junior on the floor is Oriana Brown for Belleville East. For Collinsville, they will trot out 5'3" sophomore Megan Jansen. The freshman, Ella Guerrero, the 5'4" freshman sensation on the floor. Astasia Bush, the senior leader, stands at 5'10". And Jenna Scheller, the 6'2" sophomore in the paint. And the birthday girl, Jordan Gary, celebrating birthday number 16 today. Not only does she celebrate her birthday, but she got her driver's license today as well.
She
How about
sure
that?
did. Absolutely. Good for her. Didn't hit anybody or anything. That's important.
Well, that's a good first day on the job as
That's
far as
right.
your driver's license is concerned.
That's right.
All right, unlike the JV girls, the junior varsity girls had on the powder blue uniforms. The varsity girls have on the royal blue uniforms. Their numbers are in white, trimmed in that sky blue. And they have Belleville East. At the top is the Belleville, and the bottom of their jerseys is the East, and we are underway. Collinsville, of course, the home team, dressed in white. Numbers are in purple, and Kahok's written across the fronts of their jerseys. Here is Tyler Butler. Butler over on the far side, and Jordan Gary, the birthday celebratory young lady, knocks that one out of bounds, and the Lancers will inbound from the far side sideline.
She was looking to score there. I could see it in her eyes.
Here is Riley, Grace Riley, inbounds the ball to Layla Jackson. Jackson in the slot between the top of the key and the center court circle, bounces it into Hamilton, and a loose ball picked up by Collinsville. First turnover belongs to the Belleville East Lancers. Let's hope we don't have a bunch of those. We had over 40 in that first junior varsity game, and that's just way too many. Ooh, big high off the glass for Jansen.
Bank is open on a Saturday. That a girl.
Yes,
good,
it is.
Good look for her. And
We
she
had,
gets those, she's got to take them.
We had Megan's mom up here ready to man the camera just a little while ago, but Ricky Merlack said, I'll take it.
She's ready to multitask.
Megan Jansen, three-point shot to start things off for Collinsville. And Jenna Schiller will pick up the first foul of the game for either side. And the inbound pass will be triggered by Riley underneath of her own basket. And right like that,
yeah.
Tyler Butler off the glass for two.
Totally missed her. Totally missed her. Had her backs turned.
Collinsville brings the ball up court. High pass for Stash Bush. Over to Jordan Gary. Gary races in to Scheller. And sinks one from about 3 feet underneath the basket.
It's good movement. Head up. Yeah, see, that's what Belleville East is going to do. It's like I said before the start of the game. They want to run the floor and just score layups.
That was a fast exchange of points there. 5-4 is our score. 1 point lead for Collinsville. JV boys won. They're now 7-0 on the year. How about that? Here's Scheller. Turnaround shot, and she uses a little bit of the rim this time. And Scheller now has 4.
She's getting used to that shot. That's going to be a good shot for her. She's just got to learn to turn and square up and have confidence in her.
Rebound belongs to Collinsville as Butler was trying to score 6 points, and they were going to turn this into the Butler-Scheller show as the only two that scored after young Miss Jansen hit that three-pointer. Here is Jordan Gary over to Jansen. Into the corner for Bush. Bush for 3 from the corner. Just tipped across that last part of the rim. So counted as the three-point shot and a slight rebound. And here is O'Reilly coming in. And that one's going to stay with.
I'm not sure what that call was, but I
don't know either.
Don't think we touched it.
Inbound pass will come in from Grace Riley once again. Riley offset to the right underneath of her basket. And the inbound pass once again comes in to Butler. Butler tends to be a busy girl here this afternoon. Jackson all the way back out at the volleyball line. Top of the key. She'll launch a 3 from there, and she'll hit that one. So each team now with a three-pointer to start things off here with this afternoon, and we are tied at 7. 5.5 to go in this first quarter. Pass comes all the way up into the hands of the freshman Guerrero. Guerrero races, baseline, kicks it over to Scheller. Scheller with another shot. This is the first one that she has missed on, and the rebound belongs to the Lancers. They bring it up, and that is Layla Jackson. Jackson over on the far side with a one-hand pass that was a little bit too far behind Butler, and The Lancers turned the ball over for the second time. Collinsville trying to capitalize. They did so on the first turnover with a 3 from Megan Jansen. Jansen bounces it to Guerrero. She'll launch a 3, and she'll hit that one.
Girl.
Nothing but net.
That's what they need. They need to be successful from that three-point line.
Yeah, we talked about it in the pregame show, going robust 2 for 20 last night from the three-point line. So far, they are 2 for 3. Here is
that might have been a travel.
Butler again. Yep, sure was. Butler seems to have her hands on the ball all the time, and we have already reached the under 5-minute mark, so we have our first mask timeout. That came across kind of quick there. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Todd Duke, Coach Lori Billy, and Ricky Merlack back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. 10-7, Kahawks lead this one by 3. Jenna Scheller, by the way, comes in leading Collinsville in points with 96. Astasia Bush, after pulling down, I think, 14 rebounds last night, something like that, overtook the lead in rebounds with 51, and we have a whistle on the play. Tyler Butler leads her team in the offensive category with 75 and also the rebound category. Check this out. She has 75 points and she has 70 rebounds. Wow. Yeah.
Really?
That's what it says.
That's interesting.
Yeah, 70 rebounds and 75 points.
Well, that,
Bush, had 14 rebounds, and she had 7 offensive and 7 defensive rebounds last night.
I watched the game last night, and she definitely was getting in there, got her nose in there a couple times that were really important. And I mean, even in a game like that, that's a good chance for those kids to get out there and get some exposure and do the little things right. You know, we always talked about do the little things right and everything else falls into place. So.
Jenna Scheller had 14 points in that win. She led the team. She also had 2 blocked shots in last night's win.
She did, yeah, she sure did.
Megan Jansen had 11 points in last night's win. Jordan Gary had 6 rebounds and 6 steals, and all 6 of her rebounds were on the defensive side of the ball. Oh, Jordan Gary almost didn't see that pass coming. Here's Bush back this way for Guerrero for 3, and swoops right out of there. Rebound belongs to the Lancers, and they slow things down while everybody catches up. And they get it into the hands of Jackson for 3 from way downtown.
Yeah, you can't let her do that. She did that to us last year and made the games tight.
Layla Jackson, that's all she's scored so far in this game, is 2 3-pointers. Right. We're tied at 10. Halfway through quarter number 1. Inbound pass comes in from Gary to Jansen. Back over to Jordan Gary. Back out front for Jansen. Over here on the wing for Guerrero. Guerrero into the corner for Bush. Back out front for Guerrero. She dribbles once, picks it up, gives to Jordan Gary. Gary thought about trying the right side, came back to the left for Bush. Across the way for Jansen into Scheller. She's triple teamed, and the ball rolls right across the rim. Bad break there for Collinsville.
Yeah, they're going to throw everybody down low and sacrifice just to keep Jenna out of the game.
There's Jackson again. Don't give her too much room. 3-point shot was a little too strong this go-round. And now Collinsville comes away with the rebound, and Jansen bounces the ball up to Jordan Gary, almost steps out of bounds with it. Surprised she didn't fall, and now she is called for a charging foul without the ball. That's all you can say, all right?
Yeah, that's all I got.
10-10 game, 3:18 left to play in the first quarter. Kahawks have the only fouls on the board. They have 2. Gary has 1, Scheller has the other. Here comes Grace Riley. Riley across the timeline, heading toward that right wing. Over on the far side, and too much room again, and a three-pointer. Nothing but net for Layla Jackson. They're going to have to find a way to get in her face.
Yeah, that's a problem. You can't let her stand, just have that kind of a look and not expect her to score. She's good. She's a good scorer.
Far side pass across the line for Jordan Gary. She'll pull up at the top of the key, give to Bush. Bush over on the far side for Guerrero. Guerrero trying to work at the Scheller just outside the lane, and we're going to have a over-the-top call, over-the-back call against Ava Hamilton, and that'll be the Lady Lancers' first foul of the game.
Well, and that's where you got to go right now. You want to get the ball inside and give Jenna a chance to score, but you also want to give the opportunity for them to foul. They're going to throw 2 or 3 people on her. She's going to be manhandled. Let's get some fouls and get us to the line.
Jordan Gary on the inbound, all the way out to Guerrero. I almost called her Ferrero. Trying to combine names or something. I don't know.
Making her Italian on me or something.
That one's off the rim and then off the top of the backboard. Scheller with the rebound on the missed
Jenna.
3-point shot. And then Jenna Scheller pulls it back in for her 6th point of this game. And Collinsville is back to within 1. Here is Riley. Riley over onto the far side for Hamilton. Deeper onto the far side for Jackson. No 3-point shot there. She carried that ball in.
Yeah, she sure did.
No call there, but Collinsville picks up the rebound, and the Jayhawks bring it back up. Jordan Gary double-teamed, and Scheller couldn't come back soon enough to get that pass. And now another bad pass, but somehow the Lancers hang on to it. 3-point shot from Riley from the wing, and that's nothing but net. Boy, these girls are 3-point shotting all over the place all of a sudden.
Yeah, you talked about last night not being able to hit anything. Now everybody's hitting.
There is
the wrong people.
Yeah. Up to Astasia Bush, and boy, she almost runs right into the scorekeeper for her team. That was Ava Hamilton with a head of steam going into her own bench.
Well, and the thing we have to remember is they're going to be quick to the ball. And so if they're quick to the ball, we've got to step to the pass. We can't just stand and expect the ball to hit our hands. So
1:41 left to play here in this very fast-moving first quarter. Here is Jordan Gary. Gary to Bush on a bounce pass. Bush across the way to Guerrero. Guerrero thought about the 3, but the one who's been hitting them all, Layla Jackson, closed in on her, and Collinsville commits their 2nd turnover of this game. All the way up here is Riley. She backs the ball up to Hamilton. Over on the side for Brown. Top of the key, another 3-point shot, and another 3-point swish by Layla Jackson. That's her 4th 3-pointer in this game.
Yeah, you're going to have to just absolutely give up and just face guard her.
There is Astasia Bush, who couldn't handle the pass over her head. She took her eye off the ball looking for who she was going to pass it to next.
Yeah, I think she was looking to set Riley up in the corner for a shot, but got to have the ball first.
19-12, Lancers with the 7-point lead. We have 1 minute left to go here in this opening quarter. Here is Jackson talking to her head coach all the way down that sideline. A little conversation while the game's going on. And Belleville East trying to give up the ball, and they finally do. They tried real hard to turn that ball over, and they finally did.
Finally got that accomplished.
48.9 seconds to play. Riley Doyle into the game. Gives to Jansen on the inbound pass. 3 Lady Lancers in the backcourt. Over to the freshman Katie Bardwell, who had a good junior varsity game earlier. Here is Riley Doyle up to Jordan Gary. Gary pulls outside the lane, takes a shot, good for 2. And the birthday girl on the board for the first time on her 16th birthday.
She's got to get 16 points today.
That's right.
It's only fair.
16 rebounds, too.
That's right. There you
Let's go with a double-double on her birthday.
Yep.
Down to the final 20 seconds. Here is the 3-point queen, Jackson. Over on the wing being guarded close. She's going to launch another one. Man, oh, man. She doesn't need much room. She'll launch it whenever she wants to, huh? Here's Collinsville. 9 seconds left. And a foul coming up against Layla Jackson. 7.5 seconds in which to work for Collinsville here. Jordan Gary will inbound right in between the Lancers bench and the end of the scorer's table. And she does so to Megan Jansen. 5 seconds left. Bardwell back to Megan, and at the buzzer, a 3-pointer. No. Just misses the mark. And that's the way that the first quarter comes to a close. It is a 5-point lead for the Belleville East Lancers after 1 quarter. We will take a timeout, come back, and second quarter action will be coming your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, I'm Todd Duke. Former Lady Kahok head varsity coach Lori Billy on the other microphone. Ricky Merlack getting a break from some varsity play while she ices up her knee. Has been kind enough to handle camera duties for her. She's a gamer.
She sure is.
Here's Jansen. Jansen over to Gary. We're in quarter number 2. Collinsville trailing by 5. Over to Riley Doyle. Back over to Jansen. Jansen across the way to Gary. Gary almost got that heel out of bounds. Here's Bardwell into the corner. Riley Doyle, the senior, for 3, who just hits the inside of the rim. Doyle trying to fight for her own rebound and just a little bit short in getting there. Lancers pull up and pick up the rebound and bring it up court to Butler. Butler gets it to Brown. Brown out front now for Riley. Riley working it up inside. Butler tries the shot, but Jenna Scheller blocks it out. And Collinsville brings it up with Jansen. Couldn't get it all the way up there. And the next rebound belongs to the Lancers.
Got
Dan
it
got it right back. And,
can't
get it in there. And still a fight for the ball. Jordan Gary sliding and, just got that shoulder blade out of bounds at the last second.
I was about ready to call timeout. Did you,
I know.
Did you see me?
Uh-huh.
I started to lunge to call a timeout there.
Stacia Bush checks back into the game. Jordan Gary goes to the bench to get a drink and catch her breath. Worked real hard last night, picking up those 6 steals.
Well, and the girls are, they're tired. They've played 4 games this week, and they're tired. So
this is my 4th game this week.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
Yeah, they've got to give them credit.
And I'm not even playing.
There you go.
Bounce pass out onto the wing for Hamilton. Top of the key. Riley with a 3-point shot. That falls a little short. Rebound belongs to the Lancers, and they'll reset it again. Riley gets it to Brown. Brown back to Riley. In the paint, wide open was Hamilton, but Jenna Scheller cut that off real quick. And a lane violation against the Lancers will give the ball back to Collinsville.
We've got to do a better job of boxing out. They're renowned for getting second and third chances, and they're going to score out of that. So we've got to become better rebounders for this game.
Senior Amaya Cole checks into the game for the Lancers for the first time this afternoon. Collinsville with the ball, still trailing by 5, waiting for our first points here in quarter number 2. Here is Bush, spins out of a double team. Over to Riley, Riley Doyle. I have a Riley for a last name and a Riley for a first name. I got confused. Rebound belongs to Layla Jackson, and the Lancers bring it up. They got Grace Riley on one side, and they got Riley Doyle on the other side.
Just call Riley.
I know, I'll be right. Lancers with the ball in front of their own bench. Bounce pass into the paint. Butler, and she bounces it over in the corner for Hamilton. Hamilton
that might
gets
have been a travel, yep.
double teamed, and then that causes a travel, and that's the 7th turnover for the Lancers. Collinsville needs to take advantage of these turnovers as both teams are looking for their first points here in this second quarter. That was a horrible pass. I'm sorry, but Bush just telegraphed that the whole way.
Yeah, they're running our diamond press, and we just got to get somebody in the middle.
I don't think Bush was looking.
I don't think she was either.
Here's Jordan Gary. Her rest time is over. To Scheller from about 10 feet away. Won't fall. Bush gets the rebound and then gets it back. Bobbles it like a hot potato. Back to Scheller.
Cut.
Scheller trying to get out of the way, and she's going to get called for a charging foul.
Well, part of the problem there is we don't have anybody rotate over. You got to give her an outlet. If you're going to go inside like that, you got to give her an outside.
Coming in for the Lancers, number 2, Micah Olden.
Micah Olden, who saw some significant playing time on the junior varsity game earlier, is in here for the varsity Lancers. Scheller to the bench, and the Lancers with the ball. 5:35 left to play here in this first half. 21-14 in favor of Belleville East. Collinsville looking for their first points here in this second quarter, and we're 2.5 minutes in. Out front, we go to Butler. From the slot to the top of the key, and it was almost off the referee's face.
Yeah.
Here is Collinsville collecting the 8th turnover. Guerrero, the freshman, trying to get around Jackson, the sophomore. And a foul coming up against Jackson. Nope, it's going to be handed out to Cole. Amaya Cole picks up her first, team third, each team now with 3 fouls. Far side sideline, inbound pass will come in from Ella Guerrero, the 5'4" freshman. Gets it to Megan Jansen, the 5'3" sophomore. Back over to Guerrero. Guerrero dribbles away from the sideline, gives to Bush on the wing for Jordan Gary. Jordan Gary, bounce pass at the top of the key, now into the corner for Riley Doyle. Doyle, bounce pass back out to Guerrero. Now a straight up pass to Jordan Gary. And here is Jansen, underhand shovel pass. Into the corner it heads to Guerrero. Back out front for Doyle. 4:44 left here in the second quarter. Here's Guerrero once again. Collinsville trails by 7. Jordan Gary over on the far side for Riley Doyle. Bounce pass back out front for Gary. And now on the wing for Jansen. Into this corner now as Doyle heads from the far corner to the near corner. Here's Jansen behind the back dribble. Pulls up in the perimeter. Takes the shot. Can't kiss it off the glass and the rim at the same time. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks, throw the ball away.
Yeah.
No, they're going to say it was last touched by Belleville.
No.
That's what they said. Mask timeout. We'll take a break as well. I guess we'll find out who's getting this ball back when we come back.
Oh, he just pointed. It's us.
Okay, we'll take that anyway. Back in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. Each ingredient chosen carefully, every blend crafted masterfully. Nurturing your passion, nourishing your purpose. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 4:16 left to play here in this first half, 21-14 in favor of the Lancers. Collinsville does indeed get the ball back as we reset to Guerrero. Over to Gary. Back to Guerrero. And now Oriana Givens into the game for the first time, and that's got to be a charging foul, doesn't it? No?
What?
How can you call a push on Jordan Gary
had her back to her.
when Ava Hamilton ran squarely into her?
How can you call that?
I don't have any idea.
Her second personal foul.
Her second foul. She got up with her arms going, what? I didn't do anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
She got shoved from behind, so she had no concept of where the other player was, and then, if anything, it's a travel because she ran smack into her.
Yeah, I agree. And now we're going to have a travel.
Holy cow.
So we'll give the ball back to Collinsville anyway. That was a makeup call or what?
I hope so, because they needed one.
Yeah.
That was terrible. Besides that, it wasn't very good.
Okay, Yogi Berra.
Uh-huh.
Here's Jordan Gary. Gary, nice job splitting the defense on that one. Here's the Guerrero. Back to Gary. Gary across the way here to Jansen. Jansen over back to Guerrero. Back out front to Gary. They'll play catch outside the perimeter for a while. 3.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
Two things. They need to look to penetrate and then dish it out, and they've got to keep the ball moving. They're making good passes when they do that. Defense shifts, and they'll get some wide open looks, but they're hesitating on their passes right now.
Jansen on the wing for Gary. She'll launch it from there. That one just a little bit short, tips the front of the rim, and comes down for a Lancer rebound. Lancers bring the ball up. Here is Ava Hamilton. Hamilton backs it up to Riley. Riley in the slot, and one bounce over onto the far side wing. That's Micah Olden, and Olden couldn't handle the hot potato, and that's the 10th Lancer turnover, and We've had 15 turnovers combined, and we're not even through this first half yet.
And that's one thing, again, we have to take advantage of is they sometimes tend to struggle with ball handling, and so pressure them a little bit.
Guerrero collects the inbound pass right back from Bush, and Bush gets it right back across the way for Givens. Givens across the lane, and a little slap.
There's your
by
makeup call.
Riley, yep. Grace Riley will pick up her first foul. It'll be the fourth for the Lancers, each team now with 4 fouls. Oriana Givens inbounds, does so to Guerrero. Back to Givens it goes. She'll launch a 3 from where she stands, and that one, man, I'm telling you what, these are just missing these three-point shots. Here is Bush after the rebound, and Collinsville fighting for it once again, and thrown away.
Yeah. Got all bunched up there and then went to throw it and didn't have the a good angle to see where we had moved to.
So Grace Riley brings the ball up for the Lancers. Gets it to Cole, and a turnover again. Back and forth the turnover carousel continues. Here is Givens. Nice move to get away from the defender. That was a good move.
Very good move. Went right down the middle and finished. That was a good move for her.
That is the first points Collinsville has scored here in this second quarter, and we only have 2 minutes and 10 seconds left of it.
That's a problem.
Yeah. Bounce pass into the corner and just inside the perimeter. A shot taken a little bit too strong. There is Jenna Scheller with the rebound for Collinsville. Gets it up to Astasia Bush. Now it's just a 5-point game. However long it took Collinsville to score, they're still only down by 5. Scheller for 3. She can hit those, and it rolls right across the rim. And outside, another 3-point shot.
There you
that
go,
one's
Megan.
good.
That's a
Megan
good look.
Jansen gets the next 3-point shot, and Collinsville has climbed back to within 2 with 1:35 left to play here in quarter number 2.
That's the thing with this group. They start hitting them, and all of a sudden it's just like catching fire.
There is Butler, and Butler underneath the basket. No good. Rebound by Scheller. Collinsville brings it back up with a chance to tie or take the lead. Here is Astasia Bush. Bush across the way for Givens. She'll launch a 3 from there. She'll hit this one.
Yeah, that girl.
That one looked good when it left her hands.
Saw it as soon as it left.
Yep.
That's a really good look. Good job by her.
That will give Collinsville a 1-point lead, and that will force the Lancers to take a timeout. So we will take a timeout as well, and we are back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Lori Billy, Ricky Merlack along with you. Collinsville trying to claw back in this one. They are up by 1. Kahok's looking for their first conference win. They're the only team in the Southwestern Conference without a win. Both of their wins have come over Granite City and Metro East Lutheran, 2 non-conference teams. So Kahok's looking for conference win number 1 on the year.
This would be a good one for them, too. Belleville East is a good team, as always. Coach Kemages has always prepared her kids, and it'd be a good conference win.
Lancers have the ball, and now, well, I was going to say now they don't, but there's our 3-point shooter. That one's off, though. That's off to the left and a little bit short. Saw that when it left her hands. Oriana, the big 3-point basket just a minute ago, gets the rebound, and
good follow, Stas.
Yeah, Stasia Bush followed that play the whole way, and Oriana's miss turned into Astasia Bush's gain, 24-20. Kahok's extend that lead. Lancers with the ball, 35 seconds left, and Collinsville almost came away with another steal, and now we're going to have a hold. That's going to be called, I believe, on Bardwell.
Kahok's foul number 23 is
Stasia Bush.
Her first personal foul, 15.
Her first, team 5th, as you heard the man say. That man, Chad Burgess. Off the glass, went over the basket, and a step out of bounds by the Lancers will give the ball back to Collinsville. And Collinsville with a chance to widen that lead in the final 30 seconds of quarter number 2.
Somebody in the middle. Release the ball. Always tell the kids pressure releases in the middle.
Football style pass to Bardwell, and wide open was Doyle,
Come on,
and
Doyle.
she can't get it to fall.
That is her shot. I'm telling you, that is her shot.
So, no points off the 12th Lancer turnover, and the Lancers will play for the last shot. 10 seconds left. With it is Layla Jackson. She's already hit 4 3-pointers. She's into the perimeter, dumps it outside for Riley. Riley's 3-pointer falls a little bit short, and the rebound belongs to Collinsville, but not enough time to do anything with it. And Collinsville comes back in the quarter, and they lead by a score of 24-21. We will crash the numbers for you, and we'll come back and tell you everything that we have found as we have ended our first half of play, and we're back in just a little while here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com. Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business, whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, now with locations in Collinsville and Maryville, for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo at 345-1121 or visit them with their new locations in Collinsville and Maryville or online at fnbwaterloo.com. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back here at Collinsville High School, it is halftime, and Collinsville leads this one by a score of 24-21. Here's a look at your halftime stats. Leading scorer in this one, is from the opposing team. That would be Layla Jackson. That's what happens when you hit 4 3-pointers. You have 12 points. Behind her is Tyler Butler with 4. Grace Riley has 3. And Amaya Cole has 2. For Collinsville, the lead share goes to Jenna Scheller and Megan Jansen. Both have 6 points. Oriana Givens has 5. 3 points for Ella Guerrero and 2 points apiece for Astasia Bush and Jordan Gary. Collinsville was trailing by 5 after 1 quarter of play when it was 19-14. And then the Kahawks defense clamped down that and helped out by a bunch of Belleville East turnovers. And the Lancers only scored 2 points in that second quarter. Collinsville outscored them 10-2, and they lead 24-21. All the other numbers are almost even. Each team has 10 rebounds. Lancers have 12 turnovers to Collinsville 6, so that one's not even. Neither team went to the free throw line in that first half, so no free throws to tell you about. And each team had their fair share of 3-pointers. Collinsville went 4 of 10, while Belleville East went 5 of 10. And Coach Lori Billy, it was nice to see Collinsville get those 3-pointers coming there late in that second quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, once we get the feel and we start hitting them, then we can relax and we're pretty confident and capable. I mean, we're capable of hitting threes.
But you don't want to rely on it. You'd like to see
not.
most of your points come from the paint.
Right, and that's what I was going to say. But we've got to do a better job of getting the ball inside. We spent too much time on the outside. We didn't penetrate and get into the lane. And if you're going to have 6'2" on the floor and Scheller, then you've got to give her the ball and give her the opportunity to score. And out of that can come threes, obviously. You kick the ball inside. She doesn't have anything. She turns around, kicks it back out, and feet set and shoot a 3. But you've got to feed that ball inside and be willing to take some heat off of your shooters.
And defensively, I mean, you look at the score, and it was 10-2 in the second quarter. You would think, wow, what great defense by Collinsville. It was a little bit of that, but a lot of turnovers.
A lot of turnovers, yeah. Belleville East was struggling a little bit, making some bad decisions on passes and throwing it into our hands or out of bounds, but you got to take advantage of that as well. I mean, if they're going to give you that kind of a gift, then take it and go score.
That is true. We have no, I don't have an update from the boys game, so we'll hope to get one of those here in just a moment. So that's a look at our halftime stats, thanks to Coach Lori Billy, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual. So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend. Or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Todd Duke, Lori Billy, and Ricky Merlack back with you from Collinsville High School. We're at halftime here. Collinsville leads 24-21 at the Belleville East. They are also at halftime of the varsity game, and the boys lead that one 17-14. So a couple of three-point games going on in both towns. Second half is the half that makes or breaks a game, though.
Absolutely.
We're just about ready to get underway, and the inbound pass comes into the backcourt, and that is Layla Jackson. Her 4 3-pointers have her as the leader right now on the floor in points with 12, and we're underway in this third quarter. At the free throw line, a little head and fake move by Butler, and she comes in and takes care of the first 2 points. That matches the total output of the second quarter for the Lancers there.
I'm sure Coach Kemenge's got in there and chewed on him a little bit, and the same thing. They gotta get inside to the Butler kid, and she's capable.
Here's Jordan Gary, got the ball knocked out of her hands. She'll go retrieve it in the backcourt. No call if it was put there by Jackson. Across the way to Guerrero. Guerrero, one dribble, picks it up, gives to Jordan Gary. Back over to Guerrero. Into the corner for Jansen. Jansen, one dribble. Back out to Guerrero it goes. Over here now for Stasia Bush, right in front of her head coach the JV coach Steve Schneider. There's a rebound by Stasia Bush.
Good job,
Nice
Stas.
underhand putback by Bush.
Good ball movement, got the shot you wanted. It was a good look by Megan. Stas was right there to clean it up.
Now we're going to have a blocking foul called against Jenna Scheller on the other end. That'll be her third.
Kahok's foul number 45, Jenna Scheller. That's her third personal foul, first team foul.
Saw the back of Schneider's head and was ready to call him Colin Moore, and I'm like, wait a minute. Moore's got hair.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't do that. They might take offense, both of them.
Ava Hamilton hits the front end of her free throws. That's the first free throw shot we've had in this game. And Madeline Greenfield, who also had a pretty good junior varsity game in the paint, comes in, and she promptly collects a rebound. And another foul coming up. This one's going to go against Bardwell.
That's on us. That's just, you got to box out there and get the rebounds. You cannot give them that second and third chance.
So Hamilton goes 1 of 2, and now it'll be Tyler Butler's turn at the free throw line, where she is 15 of 37, just 40.5% on the year from the charity stripe. That's why.
Let's hope that holds up.
Sometimes people have a hard time hitting from that free throw line, but have no problems at all hitting three-pointers.
That's crazy.
I know, isn't it? So Butler and Hamilton both make 1 of 2, so a possible 4 points to be had, and only 2 points taken, but it's a 1-point game. Collinsville leads by that 1 point, 26-25. Bush outside to Gary. Gary hands the ball off to Jansen. Jansen dribbles her way over to the wing, where she gives it to Guerrero, who now hands off to Bardwell. Bush, free throw line. Gary into the corner, 3 points from Guerrero, just a little too strong. And the rebound falls right down into the hands of the young lady
that ball.
who picks three-pointers off like she's picking cherries off a tree.
That's right, yeah.
So, over on the far side wing, Hamilton. Hamilton brings it from the wing to the top of the key, has room, so thought she was going to go into the paint for a minute, but a slingshot pass barely picked up. Now underneath the basket, and Bardwell's going to get called for another over-the-back foul. Don't let her drive, the coach says. Get that body in the way and make her knock you down.
Cut her off. Most definitely.
Hamilton just went 1 for 2 from the line, and now she's back up there. No free throws in the first half, and now we've got all kinds of them here in the second. Well, all kinds of tries anyway. Well, if she makes this one, it's a tied ball game. And she can't.
Good rebound.
Rebound belongs to Astasia Bush for Collinsville. And the Kahawks bring it up. Bush bounces it back out to Guerrero. Guerrero on the right wing. Now, man, that's a lot of touching going on there. And more touching going on. Now into the corner for Bardwell. Back to Jordan Gary. Gary, and now we're going to have a whistle. We're going to have a foul called against us. After all that touching by the opposing team, Megan Jansen's the one who picks up a foul. That's her first. And now Collinsville with 4 team fouls here in this third quarter, with the Lancers not having fouled yet. Here is Jackson. Jackson moves it up into the slot. Over onto the wing for Butler. Butler into the corner for Hamilton. Hamilton looking for some room to penetrate. None there, so she takes it back outside. Now outside the lane, dumps it off to Greenfield. Greenfield couldn't get it to go. Off the glass, then it hit the rim as well. And the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Bardwell over into the corner for Jordan Gary. Gary just outside the lane takes the shot. It's a little short. And the rebound this time belongs to Grace Riley. And Riley trying to get around Gary on the return to the offensive zone. Riley. Stash Bush just got a hand on that bounce pass. Takes it in herself, stops, and puts it in.
It's
Didn't
great,
know if that was going to go in for a second.
Yeah, I got a little nervous. No, that was a great double team. She put her hand in the right place, got the ball, and was able to come back down and finish.
4:45 left to play here in quarter number 3. That means the next whistle will be a mask break. Here is Layla Jackson. See, I'm getting used to these new rules.
You are. That's impressive.
Just about the time I get used to them, we'll be done, which will be happy.
Oh,
I'll be happy.
Please.
Show a little short on that one. That one barely touched the rim. And then a whistle right afterwards. And a foul coming up against Madeline Greenfield, the sophomore. And Amaya Cole ready to check back in for the Lancers. And we have that aforementioned mask timeout. So we will step aside as well. And we're back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, I am Todd Duke. The other microphone belongs to former Lady Kahok head coach Lori Billy, and our camera operator is none other than Ricky Merlack. Lady Kahok golfer and basketballer, and another turnover by Collinsville. That's their 7th, and here comes Jackson. Jackson in the paint, gets a little floater, can't get it to fall, and there's Riley Doyle with the rebound for Collinsville. If we can just stop turning the ball over, we'll be golden here.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to be able to play possession basketball right now. Yep.
Oriana Givens back in, and over on the far side it goes to Jordan Gary. Into the corner for the senior Bush. Back out front for the other senior Doyle. Excuse me.
Just go with Riley.
I know, huh? I was getting ready to call her O'Reilly, but I got the O'Reilly commercial stuck in my head.
Chad would claim to be Irish at this time of year anyway. So.
Yeah. Amaya Cole picks up her second foul. 3-point shot coming, and that misses the mark.
That's us.
And Collinsville will keep the ball.
I'd like to see Riley hit one and get a little confidence.
Oriana Givens with the inbound pass. Does so to Astasia Bush. Bush in the perimeter. Underhand pass on the wing for Jordan Gary. Back out to the top and into the slot for Givens. Over this way for Bush. Bush dribbles and gives it back to Gary. And Gary on the move. Gets it up to Bardwell. Outside now for Doyle. Doyle back to the senior and now over to Givens. Givens splits the defense. Nice play, nice move. 2 points by Oriana Givens. And a timeout called by Belleville East after that play.
No, I think it was us.
Was it?
Yeah, I think 30 seconds.
All right, 30-second timeout. We can handle 30-second timeouts. We have 30-second commercials to play after we hear from our favorite Kahawks here. Right after this on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Yes, and we will all have a chance to be Irish coming up here soon. St. Patty's Day coming up, the day after my daughter's birthday. Last year, we celebrated my daughter's birthday, and the very next day, we went on a statewide shutdown.
We did. For what we thought was maybe at most a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A year later.
Yeah, here we are a year later. That rolls across the rim on a three-point try there by Belleville East, and then the putback belongs to Layla Jackson. Her first two-pointer of this game. Everything else has been threes. And now Collinsville works the ball up, and the Kahawks lead by 3. Out front we go for Bardwell. Bardwell over on the far side for Jordan Gary. Top of the key for O'Doyle.
O'Doyle. Get in there.
Woo, that was a big arc
Yeah.
on that three-point shot from Givens. Stasia Bush saves it, throws it up for grabs, and unfortunately the grab was handled by the Lancers. And here comes Butler. She flies in,
Oh,
and
come on.
a foul against Bardwell. Bardwell doesn't even do much, and she gets called for a foul.
Yeah, right place, wrong time. But I don't know. That was a little ticky-tack.
That's the third personal foul for the Kahawk freshman. And Tyler Butler at the free throw line, where she is 1 of 2 and 1 of 3. 3-point game. Collinsville has a 3-point lead. Butler at the free throw line, hits the second one. Same thing she did on the first time up. Missed the first, hit the second.
50%.
Lucy Montgomery, the 5'10 junior, on the floor now for the first time here in the varsity game. As Collinsville brings it up, here is Givens. Givens with 2:20 left to play here in this third quarter. On the wing to Montgomery. In for the farther for Doyle. And a bounce pass to the top of the key for Gary. Back to Doyle. Cross-court pass for Montgomery. Outside, Oriana Givens, another 3. Rainbow, good!
Girl. Great job, kiddo.
She has a lot of arc on that ball,
She sure
man.
does.
Woo! Bounce pass over onto the wing for Cole.
She can keep
Cole.
bringing rain. We'll take it.
Yeah, every day.
Oh,
there is
goodness.
Hamilton. Outside for Cole for 3. It bounces and does not fall in. Rebound put up. Still won't go in. Rebound being battled for. And now we're going to have a foul. This one's going to go against, I believe, Montgomery.
Yeah, that's where it's important to hit a body. You just got to quit jumping, hit a body, and get them out of there.
They have a Hamilton set to inbound underneath of her own basket.
they do
Does
that
so,
every time.
and another foul
They do
coming
that
up,
every
and I
time.
believe that Montgomery's going to get called for a hold.
Yeah, they do that.
Yep.
That's one of their plays, and we should be aware of that by now. But
Montgomery comes in. Oh, they're going to give that one to Nastasia Bush instead.
how's
Coach thinks it's on Givens.
he's right?
Well, he doesn't want Nastasia Bush to have 2 fouls.
Well, not only that, she wasn't near it. She wasn't
Yeah.
near the play.
Oriana Givens doesn't have any fouls, so it would be a lot better to give her 1 than Bush 2. Now the referees will talk about it. Well, they're not going to win that argument there, Coach Moore. So back to the free throw line. One more shot coming for Butler. This time she hits the front end, maybe a little backwards action. Nope, she hits both this time. And back to another 3-point game here, 33-30. Final 90 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Over to Doyle. Doyle back over to Givens. She'll launch another one of those rainbow
Nope,
threes.
nope.
That one's a little short.
Yep.
Yep, saw that one. It left her hand as well.
Sure did.
Rebound belongs to the Lancers. They bring it up. Here is Cole at the free throw line to Butler. Butler with an underhand shot. We're going to have another foul.
Well, I'll tell you, we can get real ticky-tacky, but prior to that, there was probably a travel that they missed. And, it makes it tough because you don't want to play against 6 players.
So a chance to tie it up here for Butler. And she cannot. Rebound belongs to Bush. Yeah, that was a little over the back too, wasn't it?
No call there, but.
Ooh, nice.
Good
look. Ball movement. Can't turn
on.
it into 2 on that possession. Rebound belongs to the Lancers. 1 minute to go here in this third quarter. Here is Jackson for 3. That one swoops but won't fall in. Jordan Gary there with the rebound. Collinsville brings the ball up court. And a foul coming up against the Lancers. I was wondering if they were going to call any against Belleville East.
Maybe not.
Oriana Brown commits her first. That's only the third here in this second half. While Collinsville has piled up 8 fouls in this third quarter.
Interesting.
Grace Riley comes back into the game. Oriana Brown checks out. Got a couple of Orianas on this game as well, huh? I got Rileys and Orianas everywhere,
right?
yeah. 50 seconds left in the third. Here is the aforementioned Oriana. This one's named Givens. And over to Doyle. Now back into the corner for Gary. Gary to Montgomery. Montgomery, head fake, moves the ball. Bush drives baseline, tries to back her way in. Free throw line, Montgomery, she's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. And now Layla Jackson's holding up her arms like, what did I do? Jackson's second. And Montgomery to the free throw line. Her first trip to the free throw line as a varsity player. Just a little short.
Come on, Luce, need this one.
Kahok's holding on to their 1-point lead. First free throw participant this afternoon for Collinsville, by the way. Lucy Montgomery. Oh, couldn't hit that one either. I thought that one was going to go in. Rebound belongs to Belleville East, so 0 for 2 for Montgomery from the free throw line. Into the corner for Cole for 3. That rattles but won't fall. Rebound belongs to the Lancers. Another 3-point shot on the way. That one won't fall. And the rebound knocked out of bounds by Belleville. Oh.
I think it caught Lucy's finger. I think it actually did catch her finger.
Jansen checks back in. Montgomery to the bench. 16 seconds left here in this third quarter.
Right there. They're going to throw it right there again.
Knocked it out of her hands, did Jansen? Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Every single time they're running that little move, and she just spins and seals. And
Jansen knocked the ball right out of her hands, but referee blows the whistle and gives Jansen her second foul. Collinsville now has 9 fouls here in the third quarter. Back to the free throw line for the 8th throw, and that one's good. Excuse me, that was the 7th. The 8th coming up right now. We're tied at 33. Tyler Butler, one more shot, and that one finds its way in as well. So after going 2 for 4, Butler is now 4 for 4 in her last 4 shots. Collinsville brings it up to Givens. 7 seconds left. She needs to know the clock. Givens underneath the basket, gets tripped up, and unfortunately no shot was being taken, so Collinsville cannot head to the line, and they will have 2.2 seconds in which to do something with this ball.
That's her second personal foul, 15 foul. Coming back in the game for the Kahok.
Ava Hamilton picks up that foul. All right, Scheller, the job is to get the ball to her underneath the basket and get 2 points. Jordan Gary set to inbound. Gary. All the way out and back to Gary at the buzzer. Oh, no. Man, oh, man. 34 points for Belleville East, 33 for Collinsville. It's a 1-point lead for the Lancers as we get ready to head into quarter number 4, and we'll do that after a brief timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, Quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, about ready to start this fourth quarter. A little history between these two teams. Over the last 21 years, including the playoffs, Collinsville has a 15-32 record against Belleville East. Beat Belleville East 3 times last year, Coach.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, beat them here, beat them there, and beat them in the first round of the regionals here on this court.
Not easy. No, it was not easy.
No, 55-48, 70-66, and 70-53 seems like the easiest one was the playoff win.
Yeah, it really was, to be honest. We hit some shots, and they missed, and we were able to take advantage and build a lead that they struggled with. But the game at their place was not an easy game.
Never is when you're on the road.
No.
Here is Jenna Scheller, who travels. And 5-game winning streak over Belleville East currently for the Kahawks. And before that, Belleville East had won 6 straight games over a 3-year period against Collinsville. So they're trading winning streaks here.
Trading streaks, yeah. They've always been a really good team, so that makes it a good rivalry.
Picks up the ball off the glass, does Butler, and she banks it in for 2. And now it's a 3-point lead here for Belleville East and for Butler, who had just 4 points in that first half, now has 16. Here's Scheller with a rebound, and she puts it back up, still won't go in. And this time the rebound belongs to the Lancers. Here is Layla Jackson. Layla Jackson, she'll sneak up on you and stop, and all of a sudden, just like that.
Just like that. Ooh.
Skips across, and the rebound belongs to Guerrero. Ella Guerrero gets it up to Estacia Bush. Collinsville trails by 3. We're in the fourth quarter. Here is Bush. Far side. Makes her move into the paint. Backs up, turns around, takes the shot, and can't get it to fall. Rebound belongs to Butler. As we mentioned, Butler leads her team in points and rebounds, and she does both of those here very well today. Here is Cole into the paint. And I don't understand how you're going to call that against Jenna Scheller, and she had her back turned, right?
That's 2. 2 calls like that where we've got our back turned. They run into us, but I guess.
That's Scheller's 4th.
Unbelievable.
And to the free throw line.
I guess they're saying she was in the place. She's in control of her body.
So Scheller will come out, and it'll probably be a while before she comes back in. Here's Bardwell taking her place at the free throw line. It is Maya Cole, and Cole on the year, 4 of 6 coming into this game, and she hits the only one she'll get to take. And the lead opens up now for Belleville West. They now lead by 6. 6.5 to go. Baseball pass up to Jordan Gary. No look pass across the way for Jansen. Jansen into the paint. Underhand, and Guerrero for 3, and that's a little bit too strong.
Good
Bush
rebound,
with
Stas.
the rebound, and now she'll get fouled.
It's a good rebound, good position.
Ava Hamilton will pick up her 3rd. And to the free throw line, it'll be Stacia Bush. Bush on the year, 5 of 9 from the charity stripe. That one's good.
It's a good one. Need that. Need both of them.
Yes, we do. Got to take the freebies when they're handed to you. One more coming for the Collinsville senior, and that one's too strong. And the bounce, though, will end up in Jordan Gary's hand. She'll put it back up, and that's over the rim and everything. And a jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of the Lancers. Each team, by the way, now with 20 rebounds. We ended the half with each team that had 10. Collinsville putting on some backcourt pressure, and Lancers trying to break it. They get the ball up to Riley. Riley races in, and underneath the basket, off the glass, and count the bucket for Oriana Brown, and Megan Jansen will pick up her 3rd foul in the process.
Yeah, we're having a hard time on the break covering that backside, and we got to sprint back and get in position.
And we've been at the 10 foul plateau for a while now for Collinsville, so every time they foul, It's going to be 2 shots. Not this time, though, because it was at the end of a 2-point basket. And the free throw is good as well. And the lead continues to widen here for Belleville East. They are now up by 8 points with 6:02 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here's Guerrero. Back to Bush, back to Guerrero. Back to Bush. Across the way and across the line for Jansen. Back to Guerrero. The freshman rolls out to the top of the key. Gives it up to Jansen. A bounce pass to O'Doyle O'Reilly. And Givens. And she got messed with getting that ball. No whistle. Jansen for 3, and that one's a little too strong. And Doyle with the rebound over on the far side in the corner. Back to Bush. Back to Givens. In the paint. She tries to take the shot. It's partially blocked. And there is Astasia Bush with the rebound, and then she gets tackled. Foul coming up against Oriana Brown will be her second, team's 7th. So it's time for free throws for Collinsville as well.
We got plenty of time. We settle down and get back in this game, hit these free throws, and regroup a little bit and get some shots to drop. We'll be all right.
Bush at the free throw line just went 1 for 2 there a moment ago. And can't get that one. And rebound hauled down by Belleville East. With the ball is Grace Riley. Riley races across the line, puts it into the wing for Cole. Cole into the paint, has the ball knocked out of her hands by Collinsville, and Lancers will keep it. They're a lot closer to it than I am. And I have, 57-year-old eyes that wear glasses, so I don't know. In the inbound pass underneath the basket, and nowhere to go, and the ball poked out of the hands of Ava Hamilton, and we'll do it all over again. Monday we will be back here in a makeup game. Last week we were supposed to go to Madison on Tuesday for boys basketball. That got postponed because of that nasty weather. The remake is going to be here on this floor. So we'll be here Monday night against Madison in boys action, and back here Tuesday night against Alton in boys action. Lancers with the lead and the ball off the glass. Can't get it to go. Butler with the rebound. Can't put the ball back in. And somehow or another, Collinsville keeps on touching this ball before it ends up out of bounds.
Mask timeout.
And a mask timeout coming up. So we will take a mask timeout along with everyone else, and we will be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Inbound pass coming in from Belleville East all the way out to the top of the key for Riley. And then a bounce pass into the paint for Butler. She has that knocked out of her hand, and a jump ball called. How about that?
We'll take that.
That was a quick clamp down by Astasia Bush, and possession arrow in favor of Collinsville. Will give the ball back to the Kahawks as Collinsville trails by 8, 42-34. 4:45 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Inbound pass from Bush comes into Guerrero. Guerrero back over to Bush. A little pressure in the backcourt being put on by the Lancers. Not too much, though. Here's it up to Jordan Gary. Wide open for Jansen, into the paint for Scheller, and Scheller has that ball knocked out of her hands, and it's picked up by the Lancers. They bring it up, and underneath the basket, it's a 2-point play and a possible 3-point play for Ava Hamilton as the whistles continue to go against Collinsville here.
A couple things. We can't panic. Jenna kind of turned and put that ball up. She's just got to settle down, square her up, take a good shot if she's got it, and then we've got to get back and get in position. We're just letting them kind of run.
She's learning as she goes, too.
Absolutely.
Got some time as a freshman under you, now seeing all kinds of time as a sophomore under Coach Moore.
She's going to see it for the next 3 years.
Oh, yeah. At the free throw line, it is Hamilton, and that one swoops and then falls back in.
And, of course, they're not going to miss from the free throw line right now.
Not right now. They did earlier.
Yep.
11-point lead now for the Lancers, biggest lead by either team. Across the way for Jansen. Bounce pass to Guerrero. Guerrero on the wing for Jordan Gary. Back to Guerrero, wide open three, top of the key, just a little short. Jordan Gary there with the rebound, and she tries to put it back up, and a foul coming up. And that one's going to go against Ava Hamilton. That'll be her fourth. So Ava Hamilton will have a seat. Micah Olden will check back into the game. She hasn't seen much time here on the varsity side. And now Oriana Givens coming back in will take the place of Jenna Scheller. Scheller has 4 fouls, yeah.
Yep, got to protect her.
At the free throw line, it's the birthday girl, Jordan Gary. She's 5 for 10 on the year from the charity stripe. I'm sure she'd like to increase that number. Miss on that one. And the rebound belongs to the Lancers. They bring it up with just under 4 minutes to go. There's a shot, no good. Rebound Butler puts back up and in. Butler is just tearing it up here in the second half. Only 4 points in the first half. She now has 18, so she has scored 14 points here in this second half. We'll keep it here.
Yeah, you definitely want to do everything you can to keep her out of the game at this point. Problem is, I'm looking over at Jenna, and how many has she got so far?
Jenna Scheller only has 6.
Yeah, so you gotta get it in there and be able to let her score a little bit. So
yeah. Taking a look at Belleville East, Amanda Kimizes, we said, in her 5th year. Started off gangbusters her first year. She went 20-10 her first year and her second year. Then she went 18-10 her third year, 20-13 in her 4th year, and then last year there was a big drop-off when her team went 9-20.
Yeah, she had some kids that could play those first 4 years. I mean, she inherited quite a group and graduated that last year. You know, prior to the last year, she graduated a group of kids that were just fantastic players. They made it tough.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yep.
Well, they had that 6-game winning streak 3 years in a row. That was during the time when they were winning 20 games every year.
Right. They were a contender, that's for sure.
I see that Edwardsville has not lost any ground since the retirement of Coach Blade.
They have not. They again had some kids that could still play quite well, so they'll be solid for at least a couple more years.
Lori Blade's not there, but her style of basketball is still instilled in that place. So
exactly.
Just because she's not there doesn't mean it's not Lori Blade basketball.
That's true.
Here is Jordan Gary. Gary into the right-hand corner, throws that ball away over the head of Jenna Scheller and right into the hands of the Lancers, and they try to turn that into 2 points for Riley. And now, boy, as quick as that one whistle was.
Right, that should have been a jump ball.
Yeah, should have been. And now Collinsville knocks it out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Lancers. Yeah, Astasia Bush barely touched the ball, and they called a jump ball. 2 girls had their hands all over that basketball and no whistle.
Right. That's just some inconsistencies going on, but play through it.
Yeah. Lancers with the ball on the far side now. Inside, Butler turns around, tries to get past Scheller, and Scheller barely touched that ball. Jump ball called. Yeah. Wow.
I was expecting them to say we knocked it out of bounds and it was their ball, but I didn't expect a jump ball on that one.
I was almost half expecting to call a foul on Jenna.
Well, there's that too.
She's got 4, so 1 more, and she will not be playing anymore in this game.
That's travel.
Lancers with the ball and on the wing. Now back out to the top of the key for Riley. Riley tries to bounce the pass over to Olden, but it's picked off by Jansen, and off the glass, good for 2. That's how you get the thing started right there.
That's right. Plenty of time. Stay focused on what we're trying to do and get back in the game. That's a travel.
Butler.
Just got away with a travel.
And we got a turnover anyway. That went off of the hip of Oriana Brown and out of bounds, so Collinsville will try to take advantage. It is a 47-36 affair. Collinsville trailing by 11, and they bring the ball back up looking for back-to-back scores, but that's not going to happen.
Coming back in the game for the Lancers, number 21.
Well, 11-point deficit and time running out. 2:44 left to play here in this fourth quarter. So we got to settle things down and get some kind of a run going on here. Wholesale player changes going on here for Collinsville. So after all that on the floor, we have Bardwell, we have Givens, we have Guerrero, Jordan Gary, and Astasia Bush. Here is Layla Jackson. She plays for the other team at the free throw line. Backed up now for Cole. Drives all the way in and fouled by Astasia Bush. They're going to say she was in the process of shooting. Looks like she was in the process of jumping. That was about it.
Doesn't matter at this point. It's going to be 2 no matter what.
I know. So to the free throw line, Amaya Cole, her first trip there tonight. She comes in at 66.7% from the charity stripe and misses.
Coming back in for Collinsville, number 45, Jenna Scheller.
Scheller will come back in, trying to go for a rebound to get her team back on the offense. If Cole misses. And the shot on the way, and she does. There's Bush with the
Good
rebound.
rebound there.
And up to
Again,
Jansen.
push the ball.
Jansen eyes things. Over into the court. Don't throw it too
yeah,
far.
No kidding. Don't throw it out of bounds. Look
Jansen.
inside.
Over to Gary. Gary being watched by Jackson. Now back over to Jansen. To Jenna Scheller at the free throw line. She's double teamed, and one of those girls, I think, smacked her in the face. Accidentally, but still. Ava Hamilton's just fouled out of this game.
Go get some free throws out of this.
Yeah, you got to have the free ones.
Yeah. Free throws
So
win
far
games.
here in this second half, Collinsville is 1 of 5 from the free throw line,
Ooh,
so they left
yeah.
4 on the board.
Back in for Collinsville, number 35, Oriana Givens.
Oriana Givens checks back in. Jenna Scheller to the free throw line. First trip to the line in this game. She comes in 7-11. That's 63.6% from the charity stripe. That one's good.
That's a good one. Start knocking them down.
That makes it a 10-point game. One more of those, and we're back into single digits here. 2:11 left in quarter number 4. Scheller. Can't get that one to stay. Rebound belongs to Butler. And the Lancers try to bring it up. And here is Riley. Almost another turnover.
Absolutely.
There is Brown. Bounces it outside to Cole. Cole takes a shot. Can't get it to fall. And now a three-pointer coming from Riley. That one's a little too strong. And now the rebound belongs to Astasia Bush.
Give your head up.
Collinsville brings it up, needing some points. Here is Guerrero. Steps past one defender. Fires a three-pointer. That one doesn't hit anyone except for the hands of, I believe, Cole. And now we have a carry, and Collinsville will get the ball back. Got to start taking advantage of these turnovers.
Yep.
1:39 left to play. 10-point game. Collinsville needs to make a move. They need points on this offensive possession. Doesn't matter, 2 or 3. Need some points. Jordan Gary gets trapped. Here is a three-pointer by Jansen.
There we
It's
go.
good.
Timeout. Good job. Big 3 right there.
Huge three-pointer right there, and a timeout called on the floor, so we'll step aside for a brief moment as well. We're back after this timeout on the Kahok Sports Network.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business, whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, we are down to 88 seconds of playing time on the clock. Collinsville trails by 7. It is 47-40. And That three-pointer gave Megan Jansen 11 points. She leads the team right now, and right behind her is Oriana Givens with 10. Inbound pass will be coming in from Amaya Cole. Cole being watched over there by Lucy Montgomery, and now the ball on the ground. Jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of the Kahawks.
Good job. Do your job.
That only took 2 seconds off the clock, so Collinsville will get the ball back, trailing by 7, trying to get it to within 5 at least, maybe 4. Jordan Gary will inbound, offset right of her basket. Into Jansen, who just hit 3, does the head fake, pulls it in, takes the off-balance shot.
She didn't
can't
get
get
hammered
it to go.
on that?
And Riley there with the rebound, and now we're going to have a foul called. This one, if it goes against Scheller, she's out.
I think it is. He's looking at her. Oh.
Nope. Going to call it against Bush.
Stas.
That's her 4th. So to the free throw line will go Grace Riley. Her first trip to the charity stripe here in this contest, and she comes in perfect 4 for 4 on the year. Not many tries, but she's stays that way.
Were you trying to jinx her? I was hoping you would.
I was
jinx her.
trying. I wasn't going to say it
Wow.
until after she missed, and I was going to say, see, the jinx works, but didn't work that time.
Come on, work this time.
Next one on the way, and that one's through as well. Nothing but net on both shots. That's the way you have to do it if you want to win a game. 49-40, back to a 9-point lead, and Collinsville running out of time. 3-point shot from Jansen off the glass. Her second three-pointer in a row. That helps take the sting out a little bit. Collinsville now trails by 6, and the clock stopped with 1:02 left to go as Oriana Givens picks up her first personal foul. So if there's anyone to give a foul up, it would be her. But free throw time coming for Cole. Maya Cole, first shot on the way, good. She was
Like I
0 for
said.
2 coming in.
Yeah, like I said, they're not going to miss from the free throw line right now. That's for sure.
Well, I didn't want to do the reverse jinx and say she was 0 for 2 on her first tries and then have her hit them. So I was just going to keep my mouth shut and hope for the silent jinx. Misses on the second one, but the rebound by Butler, and she'll put it back in. That hurts.
Yep, gotta get boards. Gotta get boards.
52-43. 9-point lead again for Belleville East. Here is Jansen out to Scheller. Scheller gives it up for Guerrero. Guerrero back to Scheller just inside the perimeter.
Good
She'll
move. Get
drive
in there.
baseline and take a shot from about 8 feet out and hit it. Scheller, that's only her third point here in the second half.
Right there. Oh.
Collinsville back to within 7 with 33.6 seconds left to play.
Don't anticipate a foul. Don't anticipate.
Jansen
Almost had a trap.
picks up her 4th.
Yep.
To the line, Layla Jackson, who hits three-pointers from everywhere. You would think free throw line would be no problem for her. And see, the jinx is not working today. I
Just saying.
need to shut up or something. I don't know. Kind of hard for me to shut up when I'm the play-by-play guy.
Can't.
Next one from Jackson, and that one no good, and a whistle away from the play. Lane violation. We'll do it over again. Well, we had her on the miss. And it still misses. Rebound, Bush. Collinsville, not a lot of time left. They trail by 8, 28 seconds left. All the way up the court to Jansen. She gets away from a defender, pulls in, takes the shot, can't get the ball to fall off the glass. And now, oh, you got to be kidding me. Wow. Wow. That is, Megan Jansen just fouled out of this game, and she doesn't even know it because she didn't even think she committed a foul, and neither does her head coach, who is more livid than he was earlier.
He's livid, and he has every right to be.
Yeah. I hear you there.
Goodness.
Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well and let everybody calm down here for just a moment. We're back after a timeout on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, we had a free throw participant while we were away on break. I thought there was a timeout called, but Riley scores 1 point from the free throw line to make it 54-45. We're down to the final 5 seconds. Here is Jenna Scheller. She'll take a three-point shot. That misses the mark. Rebound belongs to Montgomery, and she'll be fouled by Layla Jackson. Jackson will pick up her third.
Lancers foul number 0, Layla Jackson.
14 fouls handed out to Belleville East. 21 fouls handed out in this game to Collinsville. Bardwell at the free throw line. Looking for her first points on the varsity side of things. She'll get one there. 1.5 seconds to play. That's it. Bardwell can't hit the second one. Rebound belongs to the Lancers, and that'll do it. 54-46. Our final score as Collinsville falls to 2-6 on the year, and the Lancers improve to 3-2. And we'll get ready to head into our post-game show in just a minute, right after we get our final thoughts here from Lori Billy. What'd you think, Coach?
Well, you know, I think we had an opportunity. Obviously, we definitely had them in that second quarter. I mean, you know, we held them to 2 points, like you said, and came back out and in the second half, and just I don't think we executed the way we wanted to, but we also kind of let them get in our heads a little bit. And you know, again, we're learning to work together. We're a little bit younger in some spots, and it's just going to take some time. It's just some growing pains, and it's good for them. I mean, it's good for them to have that kind of experience, so they'll be all right.
All right, well, next Saturday I'm at East St. Louis for the boys' game, so you do not have to be here for that.
All right.
Well, if you can come here if you want, but I won't be here.
That's okay. I'll do the play-by-play myself up here.
There you go. Have a great weekend, Coach.
You too.
Lori Billy there, everybody. We thank her for helping us out here every Saturday afternoon for some girls varsity basketball action. Now time to move into our post-game program brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. Dr. Chris McCluskey and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center. That's just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Call 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock team.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our K-Hawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a K-Hawk, always a K-Hawk. Hashtag K-Hawk Family. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a K-Hawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' K-Hawk sandwich. Cafe Agape. Check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the K-Hawk Sports Network. Varsity girls fall here to Belleville East this afternoon. We'll get to that in just a moment. Just found out that the varsity boys also lost at Belleville East. They lost that by a final score of 45-37. So the JV team won, and then the JV girls lost. So we only have one win today out of the whole day. That was the JV boys. Everybody else lost to Belleville East. Freshman boys, sophomore boys, varsity boys, JV girls, and varsity girls. So that's the way that things roll sometimes. Final score in this one was 54-46, an 8-point victory by Belleville East. East led by 5 points after one quarter of play when it was 19-14. Collinsville then clamped down on the Lancers, helped out by a few Lancer turnovers in that second quarter. Second quarter, the Lancers only scored 2. Collinsville outscored them 10-2. That would be the only quarter that Collinsville would outscore Belleville East, as East got the better of the K-Hawks in quarter number 3, 13-9. That still made it just a 1-point game, 34-33 after 3 quarters of play, but then Collinsville was outscored in quarter number 4, 20-13 to make the 8-point deficit as a final score. Tyler Butler for Belleville East was the leading scorer in this one. She knocked down 20 points after only having 4 in the first half. After that, Layla Jackson, 15 points. She had 12 of those in the first half, so she cooled off, but young Miss Butler picked it up. 6 points belonged to Grace Riley, 5 for Amaya Cole. Ava Hamilton chipped in with 4 points, and Oriana Brown had 3. For Collinsville, they were led in points by Megan Jansen's 14 points. Oriana Givens had 10. Jenna Scheller with 9. 7 points for Astasia Bush. 3 for Ella Guerrero. 2 for Jordan Gary on her 16th birthday. And 1 for Katie Bardwell. And her first free throw shot made on the varsity side put her at 1 for 2. Rebound battle belonged to Collinsville, just barely out-rebounding Belleville East 27-25. Lancers turned the ball over 16 times. Collinsville turned the ball over 11 times. From the free throw lines, Collinsville struggled there. They only had 9 free throw shots and only managed to hit 3. All kinds of fouls given out to Collinsville. They sent Belleville east to the free throw line 25 times, and the Lancers hit 15 of those 25 shots, and that right there will give you the difference in the score. From the three-point arc, Collinsville hit 2 of 20 last night. They also shot 23-pointers today and fared a little bit better. They hit 7 of 20, while the Lancers hit 5 of 15. That is going to do it for us from here as we end our 4th day in a row with back-to-back losses for the varsity girls and the junior varsity girls. We're back in this gym on Monday. Boys action for you Monday and Tuesday. 6 o'clock both nights start with JV action. Boys to follow roughly around 7:30. Monday night's opponent will be Madison. And Tuesday night's opponent back into the Southwestern Conference we go with a home tilt against Alton. My name is Todd Duke. For everybody involved, including Coach Lori Billy and Ricky Merlack here in this second game, as well as Lauren Lee helping out on the camera in the second half of the first game, and then a little tag team in that first half by the varsity girls helping out on the camera. We certainly do appreciate it. And for all of them, my name is Todd Duke, and everyone, we'll see you Monday night. Until then, have a fantastic weekend.